Some of us might not realize that we are in this situation because you're like, oh, he's so cute. Imagine he loves me. That is who he is. No, sweetie. Obsessive behavior sometimes mirrors love. When I was growing up, I once met a man. I was dating someone and I met a man in the streets of Nairobi. I was actually going to meet my boyfriend on a date. And my boyfriend was late. Those days we used to meet either at the clock tower, at Ambassador, or near there was a cinema hall on that particular stretch. I'm not advertising for them, so you all know what I'm talking about. So my boyfriend was late for about 2 hours. So I was just standing there. And I could not go into a coffee shop because between me and poverty, I had 500 shillings. And I knew 100 would get me home. And the next day was church. So I needed to have money for Sadaka. And, I was just juggling. In the event he doesn't come, that I might go to watch a movie and I needed to pay for the movie so that I just don't look like I came to town to do nothing. So as I'm still waiting for this man and I'm calling him and he's telling me he's coming and I could not call him X so many times because by the airtime was so expensive those days. SMS was 5 shillings and 5 shillings was a lot those days. Yes, it's still a lot. Don't worry, it makes 1,000 bob. So this particular man approached me out of the blue, had not realized, and told me, hey, young girl. And those days I was young. I had a small waist. I'm well endowed. So I looked good and I was dressed well. And it was like, you look very nice. Who are you waiting for? I told him I'm waiting for someone. I wasn't specific. He passed and left. An hour later, he came and found me still there. I was still patient and was in love. I was waiting for this man. I don't even know where he was. He told me his boss had delayed him, so he needed to take a mat, blah, 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 the story. After around 7, my boyfriend wrote me a message that he was not coming. And I'd waited for him about from 3 o'clock. So I decided not to watch a movie, but go home and get a pizza. There's a pizza joint around there. On my way to the pizza joint, this same man who had approached me around 3, 4 o'clock came to the place and was like, decided to offer to buy me pizza. I was like, wow. Then I asked myself, okay, did he watch me? Was he around the area? Small talk, we talked. He escorted me to the stage. In fact, he wanted to give me a ride home, but I was like, I don't know him. But we had conversation. So he asked me for my number. Then I told him, I won't give you my number till the next time I see you. I didn't think I would see this man. I'll be very honest. And that is usually my tactic of getting away with someone. If I see you next, I'll give you my number. But in between conversation, I had mentioned that I go to a particular church and I cannot stay in town till late because tomorrow is my church day. Now, woe unto you, the next morning I went to church and this particular man drove into my church. And I was shocked because I told you I used to sit at the edge ya kanisa hapo kwa mlango. So I was like, okay, this guy is not from our church. This man I met yesterday, he sat into the service, finished the service, then he told me, listen, you told me the next time I see you, you'll give me your number. And I was, this is so nice. He's made an effort. Yeah, this man has, I was thinking very highly of him. So I gave him my number, and within a month, we were dating seriously. Nikasahau nilikuwa na mtu mwingine kwa maisha yangu. In this 1 month, this man did things that no person has ever done for me. To the point that he bought me a German machine in a month. I remember my mom asking, do you know this person? What have you done for him? And it was customized plate. And at some point, I'm thinking, my mom doesn't want me. This man loves me. Imagine, he's been sent by God. My mom was very strict that as long as I'm living in that particular house, I am not getting a car. I'm not taking a car from any man. Because he asked me, have you given him anything? If you're from an African home, certain things. We just don't take getting gifts kindly. And I was interrogated to a point I was almost going to be beaten because my mom was wondering, how can a man just buy a young lady who finished campus 2 years ago? In fact, I was on my second year and I was just started working. And you don't know her. And I was trying to tell my mom, this is it. This is the man. Fast forward, of course, I did not take the car. My folks were against it at all. And then we started having a friendship. But then I realized that this particular person over time was obsessed with me. Anywhere I went, my phone was bagged. It just became a very toxic relationship so fast. What I'm trying to put across is sometimes people who are obsessed with you come with a lot of goodies, especially for the ladies, come with a lot of love to cover your eyes. And before you realize, the love is so fast, they move so fast, they do everything you've ever wanted, but you need to be very careful. Fast forward to this particular story, this particular man at some point was almost the downfall of my life. Because he decided that if he was not going to have me, no one will have me. To the point he even wanted to incriminate me He was like, if I don't do this, or if I don't come to stay with him, he will do this, he will do X. It became a criminal offense. I'm trying to put this across to the ladies that you needed to understand, not everyone who flaunts goodies to you, not everyone who is putting good things on your face is loving you. Sometimes love is not materialistic. Yes, granted, I love the soft life. I love the good and the finer things of life. But there's a process to everything. Love has something called you need to reciprocate. It doesn't have to be in equal measure. But you need to be very careful when someone is very fast and offering you so much, and and does it quantify to the time you spent? Have you known each other that more, or is it a case of obsession?